I think it's important to learn about our past because it can help mold the future.
Across Saskatchewan, grade 12 students are learning about Holodomar. Cameron Bird is one of them.
It's hard to actually imagine something like that because people living here in Canada kind of have it easy, so it's crazy to see that this actually happened.
The resources in a traveling education bus help explain the history.
But if we look at the breakup of the word, the first half of it is holod or holodvatit, to be hungry, and so you're starving or famished. And the second half comes from the word mor morete, which is an inflicted kind of drawn out death.
Holodomar means death by starvation, the name given to the genocide in the Ukraine in 1932 and 33. Educator Stephanie Bailey explains genocide.
So the quote is by former Secretary General of the United Nations, Kofi Annan, and he said, "A genocide begins with the killing of one man, not for what he has done, but because of who he is."
The Soviet dictator Stalin created a communist government. He implemented collectivization of family-owned Ukrainian farmland. Soviet soldiers took all of the food from homes and collected grain, livestock, and gardens from the Ukrainian farmers.
It was a way to suppress Ukrainians predominantly, and also to reap the benefits of selling all that grain on the world market to help industrialize USSR.
The mass famine was also meant to oppress Ukrainian nationalism. Intellects and leaders were executed.
And Ukrainians were no longer allowed to practice their own religion. A lot of churches were destroyed, bells were destroyed, priests were generally killed or shipped off to the Gulag to die there.
Teacher Dennis Ogrodnik teaches his students about genocide in his history class.
I personally spend a period on the Holodomor with my students, showing them that as a genocide and other genocides as well by the end of the course.
The Holodomor National Awareness Tour was scheduled to only visit Regina and Saskatoon. The Prince Albertan District Ukrainian Cultural and Heritage Association made special arrangements to get the tour to Prince Albert.
It is very timely that the Holodomor bus has come because we're commemorating the Holodomor, and it is the 125th year where we're celebrating the first Ukrainians coming to Canada. We're so excited that when we heard that they're coming, that our group, the Veselka Ukrainian Heritage and Culture Club, has sponsored the bus to come here, so both Carleton and St. Mary's students could partake in this event.
The bus is a teaching module that demonstrates the importance of human rights and freedoms. Students use iPads to look at documents, photos, and newspaper articles that detail the crimes against humanity.
They showed us documents, primary source evidence, and the photographs, and it was just good to see a little more in depth as to what actually happened.
The history lesson so close to Thanksgiving gave the students extra pause for thought.
I'm very thankful for the fact that I don't have to worry about my food and where it comes from, and I get to spend time with my family and just, I don't know, it's rather peaceful.
Well, yeah, if we're seeing discrimination going on, we can do something about it and stop it, so people feel more included and they know that's going on and stuff like that.
The National Ukrainian Congress and the federal government make it possible for the bus to visit schools for the next 3 years. It will also open to the public at special events. For Go, I'm Lisa Risom.